When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the world comes tumbling down, I'll be there. Hey, 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 hey. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. Sunny skies, the smell of palm tree air. Looking back, I could never feel fair. The way the music has touched my soul, the way that the sound holds its control. But I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to the lands of new. Oh, na 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 na. Seems to me that I have lost my friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must go back before it's too late. You're afraid, you're feeling alone. Time and space can never unfold. The holidays can ring in your fear. The ghostly embrace can only mean tears. And I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back for lands of blue. Oh, na 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 na. Sitting at the lake, I'm feeling confused, but I had my guitar, so I played this blues. But I'm afraid, what might be true, that I might never be back again. Someone to take me down at night. Someone to make my day. New revelation fills my soul. Oh, I can waste away. You distracting my attention. You're all that's on my mind. You not looking for perfection, but you're too hard to find. Now the first night is coming, and I know what to do. You know that nothing feels sweeter than someone I need to taste your life again. I need a rendezvous. New revelation just feel my soul. Beginning and ends with you. Distracting my attention. You're all that's on my mind. You not looking for perfection, but you're too hard to find. Now the first night is coming, and I know what to do, yeah. You know that nothing feels sweeter than someone else, yeah. Now the first night is coming, and I know what to do, yeah. She knows that nothing feels sweeter than someone else. Yeah, don't it feel funny that I'm in love with you, yeah. You know that nothing feels sweeter than someone else. Yeah, 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 you. Oh, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you. All right. Where did my color go? Got your head in the sand. You can't be in control, using a powerful hand. I wanna be you, I wanna see you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your Cat learns to ring a bell. Rat gets free from the maze. How's it going, everybody? We are here, and it is, believe it or not, no matter what the title says, it is Friday night. It is not Wednesday night. I apologize. I was in such a rush. I forgot to change what day it was. So it is Friday. It is 8 o'clock, and it is time for critique night. It's critique night tonight, isn't it? So, Jesse, welcome back, Jesse.
Hello. Good to see you guys. Good to see everybody. I feel like it's been like forever. It's been like since last year.
Yeah, it has been since last year. I mean, listen.
No, I think it's been like, have I even seen you guys since Thanksgiving? I don't know. So
I don't know.
So I've got to like wish everybody like happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, like the whole bunch. So like happy all those holidays, everybody. I left the tree up for you. No, actually, I didn't. I left it up because we didn't get it up till late, and the house always looks so boring when it comes down. So I am one of those that will keep it up.
Good to have you on. It was really a good surprise when you texted me today. I'm sorry I didn't answer you, but obviously I did get it. But I've been kind of going kind of crazy here too. Jen just got off her trial, and she's like, "Hey, Kitty is gonna kill the tree. Kitty's gonna kill the tree. Look out! The tree's gonna get pushed over."
This would not be the first time. We have an artificial tree that they're sturdier. So
now it's bending a little bit to the left now. So
yeah. So you may get like an extra show tonight. He's not actually been in the tree for weeks, but he does like when I'm on camera and he hears me talking to people. So
nice.
I think he's doing this for y'all.
Dude. Oh, you could have left him there. It would have been fun. But
he'll be back. All
right. Well, I don't know if you've been watching, Jesse, or not, but we got some new guests coming. We got to do the sponsor thing and all that kind of stuff. So let's let's do all that real quick. And sponsors. Okay. Thank you everybody for coming. Well, let me go back to the 3 up again because I want to say first of all, thank you everybody. And Pete, you weren't there, and Jesse, you weren't there, and we'll go over the details in a second. But we had an incredible fundraiser night on Wednesday night with Reach for the Stars, and we'll go over the details and everything later because the results were stupid, ridiculous. So I want to thank everybody who participated, everybody who donated, everybody who did everything to help the show be and the fundraiser be an unbelievable success. It blew everybody away. So thank you everybody for that. And again, we'll get to the results after we do the sponsors and after the kitty knocks down the tree. So that being said, let's get to the sponsors so Jessie can get her cat out of the way. But so for those of you that are new to the show, welcome. For those of you who are old to the show, you know the routine. We do have sponsors that help us give away some awesome stuff for the show. All of them, I'm still waiting on one final piece of paperwork to verify everybody coming back for 2023. But it looks like everybody's going to come back as a sponsor for 2023, and we might even have a couple more. So we're working on a couple things. Woodland Hills Camera and Telescopes give us a lot of free gift certificates. Well, not free gifts. Yeah, well, I guess it's free gift certificates to give away, and we give away like a lot of $50. We give away a couple of biggies at the end of the year, and it's a lot of fun. So thank you to Farah and the group over at Woodland Hills Camera and Telescopes. So thank you so much. At the next level, we have our Red Giant level sponsors, Prima Luce Lab, Camera Concepts, and Optolong, all who have been super generous in 2022 and hoping to be almost maybe not as generous in 2023, but just as good because
we gave away a pretty sick eagle, and I think that was a once in a lifetime thing. So I don't know, Tom. Let me know if you want to give away another eagle, but it's going to be kind of cool again this year. At our super giant level, yet again, Masters of Pixinsight and IP for AP have come on board to the AstroWorld sponsorship again in 2023, and we're giving away this year, 2023, a free Masters of Pixinsight class every Friday for the whole year, and one Friday a month we're going to be giving away a free IP for AP year subscription. So 12 IP for AP and 52 classes. We got our first off the rails member, Sean Nielsen. Thank you so much, Sean, for being our first one. For those of you that don't know, people were requesting a higher membership level, so I made one up. The title came from the members, and there you go. So I threw my picture in there, and there's the Off the Rails membership. So if you're interested, go up. And you know what? I think I missed it. I think we got a second one, to be honest with you. I think I missed one. So I'll make that correction later, but thank you. Quasar members, and I believe that's who it was. I think it was Bob D'Amato went up to the Off the Rails member. And I sorry, Bob, I didn't have time to change the slide. I promise you for the next show the slide will be there. I apologize. I never thought we'd have anything higher than a black hole member, but it turns out we have 2 levels higher now. So thank you everybody for all their sponsorship, really. Red Giant members as well, and main sequence members. It's really crazy that how this has grown so much. So thank you. Protostar members, we gained AZ Astro 3 weeks ago. So thank you to AZ and the rest of all the Protostars, main sequence, Red Giant, Black Hole, Quasar, and Off the Rail members. So thank you. If you want to join, join us at Patreon at AstroWorld TV. You could go there and become a member sponsor there and get some nice little perks. I set it up so it goes right through Patreon. You get stickers and hats and shirts depending on what your level of membership is. We'll go over the details about the RFT Stars fundraiser, but that's what we had. And let me tell you what an uplifting story Carlos had for us about him and his trials and how he got to where he is at RFT Stars. If you haven't seen it, the edited version will be up by Sunday, and that will be up. And it was really, really outstanding. And the results you'll hear in a little bit have been stupid. It's been stupid. It's been ridiculous. But 25th, which is 12 days from today, Craig Stock's going to be coming on. He's going to be going over his APP workflow. Going to be pretty cool. And that's a Wednesday. That's a Wednesday night, 8 p.m., January 25th. Followed by February 8th, we have Steve Malia coming on from Starfield Optics. So he's going to come on and hang out with us. And we're also in conversations with Wayne Parker for his own show over at Skyshed. So that's going to be a lot of fun too. So, and then come hang out with us on Discord. We have 106 people on Discord. We're getting ready to hit 30 members on Twitch. Yay. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever else. So please come and hang out with us. And it's a lot of fun. So thank you everybody for their contributions and everything. It's been a great year, and it's awesome. So let's talk really quick about a recap on, because I know you two weren't there. Pete was busy sandbagging the entire Placerville area. So yeah, we'll talk about that in a second, Pete. But and make sure everybody's okay. But we had that fundraiser on Wednesday, and Carlos was on, and I got my paperwork right here, and it actually got higher than originally thought. AstroWorld and the members raised $1,025 in cash,
Nice.
plus Billy Beckett donated an AVX mount, and I had a Revolution Imager sitting here. He said he uses them for, I didn't even know, I've had this for a while. He said he uses it for outreach. I said, do you want another one? I have one sitting right here. I've been here for a year. He's like, yeah, I'll take it. And so I'm sending that to him too. So overall said and done, a little over $2,200 in cash and gifts and equipment. So unbelievable. If any of you did not donate and want to donate, you could go to rftstars.com. You could either do it directly to their website, or you could hit the dollar on the screen and just say it's for them, not for us. And I'll write it down and make sure that they get the cash, or else it's going to go in the AstroWorld kitty for the giveaways. So unbelievable job to everybody. Ridiculous, heartfelt. I mean, it's amazing. Carlos was, after the show, Carlos was almost in tears because he totally forgot it was a fundraiser.
That's good. That is good news.
Unbelievable. But all right, I've talked for 17 minutes. That's 10 minutes longer than normal. But Pete, how's everything in Placerville? Because you got some crazy amounts of rain over there.
Yeah, this is a once in a generation atmospheric river. Literally, the state of California has been declared an emergency. The governor has now reached out to Biden, and it looks like they're going to get FEMA involved. But more so here in Northern California, the fact is where I reside here in Placerville, there's a little small creek that's usually in the summertime, it's no more than about 3 or 4 feet wide. Well, it's become a raging torrent. And on New Year's Day, there was all the debris from tree stumps to branches to God knows what else was washed down. It literally had accumulated just south of our little neighborhood. And so all the water now started to backwash and started to breach. And as it's done that, it is just a matter of just getting out sandbagging. Today in my backyard, I've got a big, huge forest, and there's these 80-foot to 100-foot pine trees. And so this one pine tree has been slowly listing, and it's been uprooted, and it's been leaning up against this other one. And the tree is between myself and my neighbor's house. So we literally had a truck come out today, and just watching them go ahead and actually watch these guys climb up this tree to go ahead, cut the branches off, and then start to slowly cut it so that they could actually pull it out between the two homes and not literally break anything. It's just amazing what these guys did. But I don't know if you guys have seen the news. I mean, New Year's Day, Highway 99 was actually flooded. People were literally being rescued from the top of their cars. And a week later, the water had receded before this next round of rain came through, and they were literally finding bodies of people who had drowned in their cars because the water was that high. So it's been pretty bad out here. And it doesn't look like tomorrow is going to be a really bad one, and then Sunday is going to be another bad one. So it's funny just to look at the weather maps and just see these rivers of just all this moisture coming in from Hawaii.
Wow, that's out of control.
Yeah, but anyway, we're doing the best we can here. But all the neighbors are all kind of chipping in to help each other, so that's a good thing. And if the governor decides to say that we're still in a drought, we're going to say BS. we're past drought, man. I mean, already they're saying is that the snowpack is already at 400% of where it should be. So it's just amazing.
Wow, that's out of control.
Oh, David, look what David did.
I'm trying to figure out something over here. What did David do?
For our RFT stars.
Oh my goodness, another $100 for RFT stars. Okay.
Thank you.
I gotta write that down. So that's 100 RFT, and then another 100 from. Oh no, that went to their website. So awesome. Thank you, David. Thank you so much. And just so you know, and you guys missed this too.
Oh, the calendars are out.
Calendars are out.
Oh, nice.
The calendars have been made, and let me tell you, the pictures look awesome. The pictures look really, really good.
Oh, okay. Can you go through it? Look at those. Oh man, those are nice.
Oh, look at that.
Sweet. Oh yeah.
I mean, this company did a really nice job of doing it.
Who did them?
This is a company called Lulu.
Lulu. Okay. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that really does look nice.
They came really, really nice. As this is the copies that I bought just to make sure that they were good before I bought the rest of them.
Okay.
And I immediately when I saw the cover, I was like, all right, I'm good.
That's it.
I'm good. I don't have to look at it anymore.
Yeah, you know? That is spectacular. Oh my God, look at those.
The thing I don't understand is why this picture looks like that and this picture looks like that. It's a little different in contrast. I'm not sure why, but
is it the paper, Dan?
No, the paper's the same. It might be different on the, you know what? It might be matte on the cover and glossy inside. Oh, okay. Now that I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. But this is pretty cool. So I went and I ordered the 20. You know, so they shipped already to me. Everybody should start getting their probably. You know, it should get here probably by the 20th. That means by the end of the month, it'll be in people's hands. So there we go. Very nice. Pretty cool.
So what else have I missed? I feel like I've missed a whole bunch.
Yeah, you missed a couple of good guests.
I missed most. Well, I will say I did pay attention to Astropalooza for most of on and off. And Dan, I got a bone to pick with you on that one. There is, in fact, there's no crying in astrophotography. There is crying in astrophotography. I'm telling you, at some point, I like out of the corner of my ear, I heard that. I'm like, what do you mean there's no crying in astrophotography? I do that every So I'm sorry. I've been holding that one for about a month now.
Yeah, really. There's no crying in astrophotography.
There's no cry. I don't even remember. So I don't remember which guest it was that you had on.
Oh, let me tell you, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you know, it was such a long day. I just don't know.
But everything I watched on that was just amazing. You know, it's like I have it on and off, on and off, and on and off. It's like I felt so bad that I couldn't make it on. That I'm like, okay, I'm at least gonna pay attention to this. But everybody that was on was just amazing. And yeah, I think if you've got different chunks of it up on YouTube, not like the whole big thing.
Well, the whole thing is under the live tab if you wanted to watch the whole thing. But I chopped it up by speaker.
Okay, yeah. So there's a few that I missed, but everything that I watched was absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, that was a very good show. Good shows. I don't know what I guess for you it was like one big show.
So Pete started the show off with me, and I believe it was Ernie, if I remember right. And then after that, Pete had to go play hockey, I think. so he had to go play hockey. And did you ever win that game? You won that game, didn't you?
No, we that was a championship game. We lost like 5-2.
I don't even think I asked you. I don't even know if I asked you. But and then I was by myself for a couple of guests, and Eric popped on at like 4 or 5. I think it was 4. And so he popped on at 4. So he was on for 6 hours with me. So it was so good. And, you know, we put a poll up there that said, does anybody want to see Astropalooza come back for 2023? And we had something like 75 or 76 votes. Everybody except for one said yes. Somebody said no. I still think it was Eric. I still think it was Eric.
I was gonna say, was that you, Dan? Saying like, I don't want to do it again.
I still think it was Eric. It just
Somebody had to be contrary, right?
Somebody said no. I was very upset about that.
No, you know, it is the internet, so there's always going to be that one guy, right?
There always is. There always is. And I'm trying to figure out why.
Maybe it was Sean that was just messing with your mind there, Dan.
Originally I thought it was Sean, and I called him out on it, but I think he said it wasn't him. So yeah. So today is critique night, and I don't know. Let me take a look in the critique folder real quick and see if there's anything in there. Anything that was put in there today. Oh, there was a couple things were put in there today. Let's download some of this stuff, and we'll download all that and that and that. Oh, we got a bunch of pictures here. Hogarth, Billy. We got a couple of pictures here, so I'll download this. So for those of you that are new to the show, this is something that we've done before. But we kind of got away from it. So now we're going to be doing it once a month. On the second Friday of the month is going to be critique night. And on the fourth Friday of the month, we'll be having a member presentation night. So if a member wants to come on and do a presentation about anything, they could come on the live show and make a presentation on whatever they want to, as long as it's astrophotography, of course. But you know.
Now, do we have anybody scheduled to do that as of yet?
Well, Josh Kovac said he wants to do it. He's checking his schedule, so he's got first dibs on this. This coming up one, the last Friday of this month. So Josh Kovac is ready to do that as long as his schedule is fine. But if not, it's open. So
very nice.
Hi, Bob. Josh, calendar looks. Oh, he just so Josh is there. He said calendar looks good. So Josh is in there for the first presentation of the AstroWorld member presentation night. So Josh, you're in. So
very good. So what else has everyone been up to? I feel like I feel like I've been so much catching up on what y'all have been doing.
Well, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I have not been doing much. Not been doing much astrophotography. So what have y'all been doing?
I finally got the last piece needed to get the astrophysics scope on the mount.
Nice.
Finally got.
How long of a wait's that been?
So 7 months.
7 months.
7 months. God. 6 months for the flattener, and then me being an idiot and not ordering the precise parts that I needed until after I got the flattener. And so another 4 weeks after that. So, and they got it to me in 3. So, so I finally got it. It's all ready to go. And I took a picture of it and I tweeted it out. And now I have 6 days of rain. Thank you, Pete. And I'm blaming it all on Pete. But, 6 days, I don't even know. The clear, dark skies is white as far as the eye can see. I don't even see a tinge of blue anywhere. So.
Well, you're ready to go when that tinge does come out. So that is good.
I'm ready to go. I got my Eagle set. I got my Mosaic set. But I don't know if I got my backspacing set yet. I'm at the right 86.4 millimeters for their flattener. I'm at the right spacing, but I've yet to see it visually yet. Sometimes, astrophysics is known pretty good. They're plus or minus, I believe, Pete, if you correct me if I'm wrong, I believe they're plus or minus 2 millimeters that they allow on their flatteners. But I'm at 86.3. So I think I'm good.
And so, yeah. Well, we'll have to see that first image then, Mr. Dan. At least we know one thing. You'll probably get a first image a lot quicker than Scott will on his setup, right?
Oh yeah, I'm already ahead of the curve here. I'm going to be under a year. So
what have you picked out? Have you decided what your target is going to be, or I guess just kind of waiting time? So
no, I figured I've wanted to do a witch head for a long time, and I've never had one. So so I'm gonna do, and it's also gonna be my first mosaic that I've done. So because at that focal length, I can't get the whole hat. I can't get the whole hat. The hat just extends, but I also want to get what is it? Rigel? Is that Rigel over there, Pete? In the witch head?
That's Rigel.
That's Rigel.
Yep.
So it's right. I want to get Rigel in there because to me, when you look at the Witch Head Nebula and you look at it and you see Rigel, it looks to me, and this is me, the Dungeons and Dragons in me is coming out. It looks to me that Rigel is like this magic that the witch does not like, and the witch is yelling at the magic. It's yelling at Rigel to turn itself off or something like that. You know, it's too bright. Shut up. And that's what it is. If you look at it, it's like, and it looks like it's yelling at her. That's just
I'm like Googling a picture now because I want to see that. Okay, hang on. I've never thought that, but okay. I can see that. I can see that. I absolutely see that. I had to look at the picture of it because I couldn't get it right there, but I see that now.
It's like yelling at. I don't know. It's just me.
Yeah, I've gotten a little bit, like I want to say Christmas night, I started collecting data on the Christmas tree. I mean, it just seemed right. And I got a couple nights during Christmas break, but really haven't done much. I've got some data on the elephant trunk that I've been kind of collecting on and off. But I didn't get, I got a lot of H alpha. I did not get any oxygen, I think. One of them I did not get. So I don't have everything I need. And now it's behind the trees. So I'm kind of SOL until next year. So nice. I'm like, well, there goes my fall. So, but yeah, so I mean, I did get quite a bit of H alpha. I honestly should have switched my filters, but it's, oh my gosh, I don't even, like I said, I don't even remember what I got. I know I got H alpha because I was doing that when there was a bit of moon in the sky. And I don't remember which other one. I got two. It's been that long since I've even looked. I don't know. But it's gonna have to wait till next year, so it really doesn't matter.
You know what? I got it working. There you go. Check it out. You ready? Watch this. You guys will see it. Ready? You guys see it on the screen? You see the chat?
Hey, I like that.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I'm able to put everything on. Oh yeah, here you go.
Hey, I like that, having that right in front, because I just can't seem to. I have YouTube up over here to kind of follow along in the chat, but it always feels like it's like 2 minutes behind. And it's, by the time I see something, it's, it's there, it's gone, it's already been addressed. Somebody else has already, and it's so. Yeah. That, and I can't multitask sometimes. So that's nice. Right in front is perfect.
Hey,
Dave,
Dan?
Yeah.
Dan, I was going to say, do me a favor. Go back to Tuesday's APOD. Matt Dietrich took that photograph of the Cone Nebula. It is absolutely an incredible image. Matt used to work with PlaneWave, but he actually did this on. Yeah, but take a look at this image that he has. I think it's Tuesday is when it was actually posted. It is just a.
You know what the funny thing is that I accidentally wrote APOS. I was like, that's not what I want. How do you how do you go back a day? I see. I had to go archive. There it is. There you go. I got it.
Go to archive. Yep.
And which one? The
I think it's the Cone Nebula. It'll be. I think it's Tuesday. Last Tuesday.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
Can you post it up there, because it really is an incredible image.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that something? Look at that. Look at the detail in that. That is just incredible.
So this was done, what was this done with? 1/2 meter telescope in Chile.
Yep.
That's ridiculous. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I mean, what's interesting is if you look at the very top, it almost looks like there's a halo. You can kind of see like that red, almost just looks like a halo, you know, in the right there. Look at that.
Right here.
There's a halo around that whole column on the left side too.
It goes all the way down to here.
Yep, right down to there.
It goes all the way over to here.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Just an amazing.
That's pretty cool. Nice. Let me see.
Well, since we're starting about critiquing, right?
Yeah, let me see what I can. Well, I'm not going to critique that. I mean,
no.
Hey, Matt, it sucks. It's garbage. Get rid of those spikes. What are you doing? You ruined the whole picture with those spikes. I'm just kidding. That is ridiculous. If he's listening, that is awesome. So here we go. So here is our first picture that I'm going to share with everybody. And let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. Oh, this is nice. You guys got to stop sending. You know what? Critique is about finding out what's wrong with bad pictures. Stop sending good pictures. But let's see. So here's the first picture that we got going on.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Dan, I see what you mean. That looks pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, so let me get for some reason I got a little black box on there somehow. Let me see if I can get that out of here. Layers and Eric. There we go. Get that out of there.
Hey, Dan?
Yeah.
Is that not the crash site there for Tommy Lee Jones off of Space Cowboys right there in the middle?
Yeah, it's right. It's right against this wall right here. And you know what? He's still sitting there waiting for somebody to pick him up. Perfectly preserved. But this is done by Hogarth, and he's one of our members. And let me tell you, I love the detail in the mountains. And I'm pixeling a little bit, but you know what I'm saying. The detail all over the place is amazing. I love this little rill here that you can see, and the rays on all of. Look at this. Look at all the rays.
That is just in the highlights. Look at the highlights. So we know exactly which way the sun's coming because you can see it on the highlights on the inside of the craters.
Yep.
It really is just it's a magnificent photograph.
You got shadows here, right?
Yep.
So that means the sun's coming from this direction.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know, and the shadows there, shadows there, shadows on this side of the crater, not on the other side. I believe this is Plato, if I remember right.
And you know what's interesting is that most images you see are black and white, but this gives you a realistic look at what the color really is on the moon.
That bluish kind of color.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got to look at.
Yeah, no, that is a beautiful image.
Got to look at chat while I'm doing this. So I love this. I got VMix Social now. Yeah.
Is the false
looks
color
great,
too much?
Great.
No, it looks wonderful.
No, I like the false color. I do. I like the false color. I like the blue kind of, let me get it back to it. I like the blue and everything because you know what? It gives you an idea of, to me, to what it says to me, and I could be totally wrong about this. It gives you a little bit more of the age sections of the moon, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It tells you which are older and which is younger. Now, the Maria over here where it's nice and smooth and light gray. Correct me if I'm wrong. The lighter, the younger it is, right?
If I'm not mistaken, is the moon predominantly made out of basalt? Because I
Oh,
don't think
you
there's a
got
lot
me
of.
on that.
Yeah, I mean, I can. I'm going back to my college days in geology, where you've got igneous rock and
Oh man,
metamorphic and
stop, dude! In your college days, the moon was made by Ralph Cramden. Okay, so
it's probably made out of green cheese, right? Yeah, it looks like a little bit. The blue cheese, I know what it is. It's mold. That's what's it. That's the blue. It's mold.
molds. Yes, I found out about mold from Judge Judy last night. Yes.
I'm Googling this.
There you go. Send that. There we go. Alice. Ah.
But you know what? What is the white area that's on the far right there? Are those just peaks? But you
This
notice the white? No, on the far right, Dan.
on the far right. Hold on a second.
Yeah, you see
Over here.
You see, yeah. Are those peaks or are those just rays that are?
I don't know. I'm not a lunar topologist. I really don't. I don't know the moon that well. I did my lunar 100, and that was about it.
Yeah.
You know what's cool, and I can't find it here because the Terminator's got to be at a certain spot. But there's the lunar X and the lunar Y. If you haven't seen
Yes.
it, it's a really cool formation of shadows because of the way the craters are and the way the Terminator is. You could actually see an X and a Y in the moon, and it's kind of cool. You should check it out if you haven't seen it.
Okay, so he's given us the specs how it was taken: 130 millimeter refractor at 2630 millimeter focal length with the 2600 MC camera.
Okay.
Wow, that is a great image. I mean, look at that, the detail.
Yep, 130. Yeah. So let's see if I could do this and do that and send. There you go. This is actually kind of cool with this little. I got to change it because it stretches this. I don't like this. It stretches the picture. I'm gonna make it straight up, but
yeah,
cool. Really good job, Hogarth. Looks great.
Good job. Absolutely.
Stop sending good pictures. Oh, here we go. Another one by Hogarth. Here we go. That's the second one. Hold on a second. We'll save that one. Let's skip. We're gonna skip that one, Hogarth. We're gonna give you some at the end. Let's go to Billy Beckett. Let's go to Billy Beckett here. Here we go. There we go. Billy Beckett did this. This is NGC 2023, otherwise known as the Horsehead. And B33, if I remember right, is the Horsehead, and 2023 is the Flame, right? So I wonder what the NGC designation of this is. This little blue guy. I don't even know. But what do we think about this?
I'm just kind of taking it all in right now.
Take it in. Take it all in. All right. I think that it might be a little bit heavy-handed on the noise reduction and a little too much saturation on the frame, on the flame. On the tack looks good. Yeah, on the tack looks good. Dylan said that. We'll put it up there. It's very well tamed. It's you do see a little bit of a halo, I believe, around it, but that's not nearly offensive as some other ones that I've seen.
I got a question about the flame. It looks like in the interior you've got good attention sharpness on the detail, but it looks as if it goes out of focus as you get away from the interior.
Edges here.
Yeah.
It looks like to me that a mask was kind of used in this area.
Yeah, is that not an artifact with the mask? That's what I'm just curious to see if that was definitely a mask that was introduced.
Yeah. I mean,
because you can see it as it goes up towards Alatak, it truly just gets into like a blur. I mean, you just don't see any structure.
Yeah,
I have to admit, the background is a little bit dark too. It's almost too blackish.
Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah, I feel like the horse head kind of gets almost washed out with that. That being said, where it's just too dark, like there's just not enough detail in the horse's head there. And I feel like I feel like it's probably there. I mean, looking at the detail that's in the flame, I feel like that detail is probably in the horse head as well. And we're just not seeing it.
Would just to the right of the horse head, you can kind of see a little. The detail could have been just a little sharper. It's once again, it looks like it maybe could be like a mask, but you could definitely have brought out that detail a little bit more on those pillows.
Yeah, Blur X would have done a great job with that.
Yeah, absolutely, it would have done phenomenal. You've got a great halo on the horse head. You can see the halo on the horse head. Yeah.
I think just a little bit in the final stages of the post-processing, I think you'd be set.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the last one. I'm still working on my M42 because I'll show it a little later, but I'm kind of like, I don't know. It's M42 is not an easy. I think it's one of the hardest images to get good. I really do. I've been working on it for like probably 10 years, and I haven't gotten anything that I'm really happy with.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a question. Okay, so Blur X. I've been I've been on the internet enough to like see that everything is like imploded when that went out, when that was talked about. So you mentioned it, so I've got to ask. I mean, I'm sure that's probably been talked about ad nauseum on the show. I'm just curious what your guys' opinion, because they're like, the internet seems to be very divided on the use of that. What are your guys' thoughts? I'm just kind of curious.
Pete, you want to hit it first?
Well, as I said, I'm a Photoshop user, so Blur X doesn't get as a plugin for Photoshop. But typically, what I do in Photoshop is like my image of B32 was taken with Fade. It's called Fade Pass, and it acts just like Blur X. But I mean, for an add-on into Pixinsight, it's a great algorithm. I mean, phenomenal algorithm. So you don't have to do convolution anymore.
Decon.
A decon, yeah.
Yeah, I did download the free trial of it, and I just kind of played around for about 20 minutes, having tried and not very effectively been able to do the deconvolution. It was absolutely amazing, but of course, everybody seems to be split on that one, so I wasn't sure what your guys' thoughts were. You've got those people out, those purists out that are like, oh no, you shouldn't be using it, it's AI. And then of course you've got the rest of everybody going like, this is a miracle thing, Merry Christmas to me.
Yeah. So, I'm all about the Merry Christmas. Anything that I could do and just hit a button and make the stars shrink and get more detail at the same time, I'm sold. I'm sold. I bought it in the first 24 hours. I was like, dude, ridiculous. Not only I even bought it without even trying it because I just know Russell and his Star X and his Noise X. I mean, it's been awesome, and the detail that I'm getting just from playing around with it with the M42 image. And Dave, you're right. It's M42 is HDR, and I did 5, 10, 30-second shots. So I did 5. That's 5 and 10 and 30, not 5, 10, 30. But it's just making sure that you don't blow out the core and get the trapezium and don't screw up the background while you're doing it, and make the right masks. And you know what? The same thing is going to be when you're doing more wider field. You're doing the Running Man as well. Now you got two that are completely different colored parts of the image. You got one that's like an like a weird blue, and one that's kind of blue and pink and red and white. And, you know, so it's like you got to do it all separate. You got to mask M42. You got to work on that. You got to mask the Running Man. You got to work on that. At the same time, protect the background. I took the stars out right in the beginning because I had some problem blowing up the stars. I took the stars out right in the beginning because I liked the way the stars worked on the 5-second shot. I said, the hell with it. I didn't even touch the stars. Took the stars out. When I was done screwing up the picture, I put the 5-second stars back in. You know.
Nice.
But,
yeah, I honestly, I mean, I guess the nay argument has been just, you know, oh, now you're going to have everybody out there using their garbage data and getting great photos. I mean, from what I've seen, you know, that's definitely not. I mean, listen, I've given it about 20 minutes of playtime, just enough to grab some bad data and try it and go, you know, and you can, I don't think there's much you can do to make bad data good, you know, but you can take, you know, and make some good better, you know. So okay. Good. I'm like, I hope these guys are okay with it, because, you know, I don't want to have to be like sneaking around being like, all right.
hey, listen, you know, you can't make bad. This is going to come out wrong. You can't make bad data awesome. You can
make it
make bad data decent.
Yeah, you can make it better.
But it's going to take you 4 times the time to fix. And that's not a technical term. I didn't measure it. I don't know if it's 4 times the time, but it's going to take you a lot more time to fix what you shouldn't have had to fix in order to make it look like that. So to your point, you know, and Scott says it all the time when he's on here, you get it on chip first. Get as the data as clean as you can before you put it into whatever program you use, whether that be PIP or you know, Nebulosity or Pixinsight. It doesn't matter. You know, you want to get it as clean and as solid as you can for your area. That's all there is to it. And people are making fun of me. They're saying decent because, you know, on one of my videos, I say if you want to hang out with some semi decent people, and you know, so somebody keeps on out there, but 444, yeah, it doesn't matter, but so those are the first 2 pictures. Hey, Mark, my buddy Mark, we gotta get ready. Mark, we gotta get ready. It's going to be spring before you know it. We got to get together. And I started making my travel plans. I will be going to Nebraska Star Party in July. I will be going out there. I will be going to Starfest in Canada in August. Plus Jerry Spang's in the middle, you know, that kind of stuff, you know, July and September, maybe, if it's not almost October again. But but I'm telling you, it's gonna be a crazy year. Plus NEAF coming up in April. Are you coming to NEAF?
Probably. It's actually it's the weekend after Easter, isn't it? Because that's my spring break. So if that is my spring break, then
no idea. It's I think 12, 13, 14, 15, or 13, 14, 15, 16, something like that.
I think I determined that, but let me just double check.
Well, so here you go. Eric is 99% in. I'll be there.
Easter Sunday is the 9th, and
yeah, so it's a weekend after.
14th. So yeah, I can't see why I would not be up there.
Pete's gonna be there.
How many nights are you?
Pete's gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Eric's gonna be there. If you're there, that's great. Sean Nielsen, you better get your butt down there and freaking hang out with us. If I could go to Canada, you could go to upstate New York. So you got to come down.
You guys need to let me know what hotel you're all going to stay at.
Ask Pete. He's hooking it up.
Okay. Yeah, because how long I'm there just depends on how much money I want to spring for, like whether I want to stay one night or two. But it also depends on where y'all are staying too.
Yeah, well, I have no idea, but I'll be there for NEAC as well. So
okay, and that's Thursday. That's
Friday,
Friday, and then is Saturday, Sunday.
That's right.
So
yes,
because that's what I like. I'd like to be there for NEAC, almost more, but I know I cannot do 4 days. That's not going to happen. So I'm just going to have to decide.
Hold on, I got to throw this up here. This is such a lie, Dylan. It is not 100 miles from Long Island to Toronto. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where you think I live. Yeah. It's a 9-hour drive to go to Toronto. So I don't know what you're talking about. So the Italian, that fake Italian that I'm not Italian is starting to come out now. So forget about it. Anyway, Eric came down with a little something. He's not feeling well, so he bowed out tonight. And he'll be back. He'll be fine, but it's just maybe he got some bad tuna or something. I don't know, but he wasn't feeling well. So
bad egg.
Yeah, he took the night off. That's fine. Everybody deserves a night. I mean, I took a lot this year. I canceled a bunch of shows or threw some stuff on there, but because I was doing either star parties or I was on traversing across the country, by car.
Doc is paid.
What's that?
Doc is paid, George said.
I'll put that. There you go. Doc is paid. Doc it. Don't worry. I'm taking one of his personal days away. So, but all right. So let's get to the next one. How about that? We'll get to the next picture. Here you go. This is a nice one. Let's see. Let me see. Who is this by? This is by Chris Frierksen. Chris is back with a vengeance, man. Let me tell you. Thank God, Chris. We miss you, man. We you kind of disappeared for a little bit, but I know we all got things to do. So welcome back, and I'm glad to see you're back in the saddle again. But here we go. Here's something from Chris. And we'll throw that up there. There we go.
Hey, Chris, was this taken with the new mount?
I think it was. I'll tell you right now because I just pulled up the information. Where is it? Tom Peter. No, that's not it. Go away. And where is it? M51 capture. Here we go. He didn't put the mount information on there. 16 hours and 30. It's 24 hours total.
Old data from 2 years ago. Nice image though. Colors are very subtle, very soft. I like that. Oh, look at the detail.
Yeah.
Look at the arms. Oh, that is amazing.
You got to put some HA in that, man. It's gonna pop.
And he's got a little HA in one of those arms down there at about the 7 o'clock position.
You got some here. Yeah. You got some here. You got some here. And some here. Maybe a little bit in that, but if you put some HA in that pop, Chris. You know that. I know I don't gotta tell you, but I'm gonna say it anyway. But
I know I like where sometimes I love the HA, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's almost too much and it just takes away from it. And I like there's a little bit in it, feels like just a little bit, but not much. That's such a beautiful galaxy anyway. Just too much of the H alpha would just, I think, would take away from it.
I agree. You gotta do it subtly. I agree with you. You can't just throw in the red and then it just looks like garbage. But you know what you know what? How I know that you put enough data into M51?
Look at the elliptical. Look at the right there. Look at the extension on that.
You get this, and you get this, and you get Where's the other? This.
Yeah.
If you get those three, and even this guy down here, then you know that you put enough time into this.
But take a look at the tails on that elliptical on the right hand side. Look at the tail going at the 5 o'clock position. You can see it going up here at the 11 o'clock. See where your hand is, Dan? Just at the 11 o'clock. Look at the detail of that tail going up. And then if you scroll south, just go to the bottom.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about? Which elliptical are you talking about?
Okay, tell you what, zoom out. Zoom out. Now take a look at the elliptical galaxy that is adjacent to the spiral. Look at the tails now. You see that 5 o'clock tail?
This one here?
No. If you step away, you can see the exposure time. You can see the tails, the tidal tails coming off the elliptical. You can see it at the 6 o'clock going down to a 5 o'clock position. And then you can also see it moving from like at 11 o'clock position up top there. You can't see that?
I don't know where you're.
And the big elliptical, the one, the
big elliptical,
the big one, not one of the little ones, but the big one. But just where,
what this?
Now look at the tidal tails.
Yes.
Now look at the
tidal tails. I'm looking at tiny details. I didn't know you were looking at the companion galaxy.
Yeah, the companion. But look at the tidal. Look at the tidal tails coming off of it.
Yep.
Down below.
And the
Keep
detail
going down
in
below.
that is just.
I mean, that's a lot of exposure time. Keep me sail right down there. Look at that.
Down.
All down through there.
Going down.
Yep. There's a lot of exposure time on that right there. Yep.
Well, you got to remember, I got four lights shining on me too. So, but this is a great pick. I think the background is perfect. It's not too dark. It's not too light. Again, the detail in the arms are freaking sick. Yeah. That's crazy.
This is one of the better M51 Galaxy images I've seen.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree.
And if you do H alpha, don't overdo it. Just overdoing it, I think that would take away from the details and that blue color. That I love that color, and a little bit of H alpha just for a little pop.
Yeah.
But that's not even. That's a beautiful image as it is.
You can see a faint tidal tail coming off of M51 going up to the 12 o'clock position, the very last bar right there, Dan.
Yep.
You can see that. Look at that.
Yep. You know what that means, Chris? You need more data. No, just kidding. You don't. But it's really good. I don't know, Chris. Maybe you could say if you use BlurX. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I say, Dylan. I think it needs a little bit of HA, just to make those knots pop a little bit. But is it really needed? Only a couple hours, and throw it in there, and then even that might be too much. Just throw it in there, and you don't just use pixel math. Do it by 50%, and if that's too much, do it by 40% or 30% or whatever. Yeah, just a titch. There you go. Well, I got to put that up there because
I like it. Just a titch. I like it.
I'm looking at the tidal tail coming off of the spiral on the left side, and then I'm looking at the tidal tail coming off of the elliptical galaxy. There looks like there's a gap in the middle there, but I'm wondering, with a little bit more exposure, I wonder if that would just be that those tidal tails would just connect.
What, this one and this?
No, that one right there, and the one on top. Yeah. I wonder if with a little bit more exposure time, if that would actually be, if those two tidal tails would connect.
If it would kind of come around like this and in, right?
That's the tidal distortion that's going on right now with the gravity.
And in a couple million years, it'll be Andromeda and the Milky Way doing the same exact thing. They're going to be collapsing into each other, hopefully. We'll see. But yeah,
great image. Yeah,
great
image.
So Kevin, I'll put the link into. Give me 1 second. And Kevin wants the link for Drive. And Astropod submissions and critique. Link. Copy. And link is incoming. Just give me a second. There you go. And there's the link. There you go. And re-up and live, and there you go. So now we're back. And why is that? There we go. Beautiful. All right. So that's 3 down. We got some more going on. And everybody, so that link, that is directly to the critique folder. That's not for the Astropod submission folder. So that's directly to the critique folder. So if you want to throw stuff in there for the critique night, you can do that. All right. What's next? What's next in the pot? What's next in here? So we got, I'll let you guys choose. We got, we have an M81. We have a mosaic that I'm going to have to pull up Pixinsight for. We have a Cygnus wall, and we have an embryo nebula.
Embryo
You define Jesse?
I don't. The embryo. I'm not familiar with that one. So now
you might if you see it. It's been around for a while.
If I see it, I might, but the name's not jumping out at me. So let's go with that one.
All right, here we go. Here's the embryo. And bam, there we go.
Ooh.
I don't know that I have. It is beautiful.
I love this nebula. I really do.
What what constellation is this one in?
What happened? I'm sorry. Hold on a second. There we go. It's interesting when I go back and forth, and let's see.
Look at the beauty and all that chaos.
So Embryo Nebula is in Perseus.
Okay.
And let me see if I can pull up a like a wide frame image of it. Let's see, peg it. Let's see, Stellarium.
I think it's part of that molecular cloud between Perseus and Taurus, right?
I think you're right.
Okay.
But I love I love the different, like, it looks like a bunch of different explosions to me. You know what I mean? It really does. Let's see if I can find it here. EMB Embryo Nebula. Here we go.
What is the focal length used for this? Just I'm trying to kind of get a scale of what size this is, just not being familiar with the target.
Give me a second. I'll see if there's any information in here. I don't think there was. There's no information in the text or anything on the data. And I'm gonna make the lines here. Where's asterism lines? Not asterism. Constellation bound. No. Constellation lines. Where is it? Constellation. There we go. All right. So here we go. So here is Stellarium. And so the Embryo Nebula is right here. So Algol is right there. California Nebula right to the north. And then you got what you call it?
The Pleiades.
The Pleiades right here.
Oh, okay. So that is actually one that I technically could image, because it is out of trees for me, but so I've just never noticed that. But anyway, it is a beautiful picture. I mean, I may have seen it, but just never registered. But it's absolutely beautiful. The first thing that jumps out at me is I love the stars. Even doing narrowband, I like trying to get those natural color stars, and I love that, like, the stars aren't all like one shade of red. I know it's probably a silly thing to look at, but I see sometimes like when people are doing their images, the stars have their unique colors to them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's there's not just like they're all this shade of red and they're all this shade of blue or whatnot.
I just put you on the screen at the perfect time.
You absolutely did. So hold on, I'm gonna distract them with their laser here. Maybe, I hope. But anyway, that was the first thing that jumped out at me was like, there's several different shades of red, going on in these in the stars, and several shades of blue. If me personally, that's just something I always look at. But it is a beautiful image. I really like that. Is that sorry, I'm like zooming in, trying to distract a cat and talk and look at an image I've never seen before. Oh Lord, I mean, I'm all over the place. But the detail in the nebula in the center there, I'm trying to kind of look at that one. Yeah. And are you able to zoom in? That is really cool looking.
I guess if you think about it, here's the eye of the embryo. Here's the heart, maybe the lower intestine or something here. I don't know. Here's the head. It's like, and then all you gotta do is have Jupiter over here, and then you could say, "My God, it's full of stars."
No, that is beautiful. I can't compare it to anyone that I've seen of it before, but I'm looking at it going, I think that's going to be on my I'm going to shoot next list. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really good.
But just the lights and the darks, everything just seems to be balanced out really nice.
Yeah, right through here, if I'm incorrect, I'm sorry, but right through here is a really cool dark nebula right through here.
Okay.
The only thing I would recommend is that we do a little bit more contrast to pull out the dark lanes. That'll really make this thing pop, because you've got the dark nebula, which is the brown. And what's interesting is you're right, Dan, that area right in there needs to have a little bit more contrast to separate it out from the background and from the brown reddish dark nebula complex. Yeah. But other than that, just a little contrast, you'll make this thing pop.
Yeah, it's gonna be that's a great pick. I think that's awesome.
I tell you, these images, man, are for next year's calendar already.
Are we sure we're critiquing, or are we choosing our photo of the week?
No. I mean, the interesting thing is that our members take great images. I mean, this is phenomenal.
You guys do. Yep.
Pretty cool. You guys. We have the best astrophotographers in the world right here.
Oh God, the images are spectacular.
I don't care what anybody says.
If these are our critique images, no,
Damien
really, you guys
Peach,
did your image, and I love
seeing Gedler, them. Eat your heart out. All right, let's see what we got in the chat. Get to mine, not very good. Okay, so let's see. So let me pull this one up. And where is it? Here we go. It's got to come up on Pixinsight, so give me a second. Let me see if I can put it on a different work page. You don't want to see what I've been working on. So let's say, how do I move? Let's see, move to workspace 2. There we go. There we go. All right, let's make this bigger. Oh, I kind of like this, man. I don't know what you're complaining about. Oh my goodness! Look at all those galaxies. Holy cow! Hold on a second. Let me get this over here. And we'll move it over here. And then we'll put it on the screen so you can see. And here you go.
Ooh.
Look at all these galaxies. Look at them all.
Wow. Is that the constellation Lacerda?
Yep. Yes, it is.
Look at the colors in the stars. Hold on, Dan. Take a look at that star on the far left there. Is that a little?
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, I screwed it up though. So hold on a second. Yeah, so a little. It looks like we may have a little bit issue with some of the brighter stars. And I think this is what Josh was saying about. He was talking about noise X, if I remember right. And I'm going to go back.
Is that a green? Are those green stars I see on the right hand side?
There are a couple.
Yeah,
there are a couple.
Yeah, I'm seeing what you're saying.
There's no green balls in baseball. No, sorry.
Is this a triplet or an APO or a doublet?
Let me get back to the chat box here. He said there's lots of blown out stars. He's still using a T7, I think. If I remember right. This is Josh. All my stars on my DSLR get blown out cores that end up being magenta.
Okay, and it's a Petzl, so
yeah, red cat.
It's a red cat. How do you get green stars with a red cat, though? Unless the optics aren't the best.
I've been noticing a couple things with my red cat, and it could be me. Me and Josh are having the same issue with the it's kind of like a rainbow star. But I gotta be honest with you. Mike hit it on the nose. The dust is nice. I mean, the dust is really nice.
Dust is nice, no question about it. Yeah,
the galaxies all over the place are unbelievable. I mean, it's really, really good. You definitely tell. This is part of the spooky picture that somebody did. This one. It's for Halloween. This is the spooky Halloween picture. Somebody did that. I forgot. But that's the other part of it. But I mean, you got some really good data here. You really do.
Yeah. And the thing about it though is that you're dealing with Chinese optics on a mass-produced basis. And unless you truly pixel peep, you really won't see it because it is a wide field. It's when you pixel peep that you'll start to notice that. But overall, from this perspective, you don't really see it. So that's the nice thing about it, is that it hides a lot of ills when it's a wide field. So that's the thing about the 61.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm always gonna put this on to golf for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not even a good golfer, but it's kind of like shooting with an offset club. You know what I mean? If you're playing golf with an offset club, what that means is there's a bigger sweet spot on the club, and it's a lot more forgiving. That's the same way with wide field imaging. You could get away with certain things because you know what? No one's looking to. The only people that pixel peep wide field images is us. Who the hell does that? Nobody does that. Why do that? You know you're going to be undersampled on a wide field, unless if you're doing a mosaic on some half-meter telescope in Chile that you're doing 180 panels to get something like this. So you got to remember that you're at the resolution of a red cat doing a mosaic. I mean, to me, I would just do a little bit. It might be a little bit too red for me, a little too pinkish for me. But other than that, the detail is great. Just get those colors down and have a day. That's it.
Yeah, agreed.
We're the only morons that pixel peep a freaking 10-degree image.
Well, that's the reason why we call it critique night, right?
Yeah, I know. We're a bunch of jerks.
Sometimes you almost have to, let's say we get such great photos, you almost have to pixel peep to find fault in some of them. Just take them at face value. It's like, that's a great shot.
Yeah,
that's a great shot.
Stop taking awesome pics so we can just say, hey,
you're not awesome pics.
Yeah, take better flats, you idiot. Something like that. It's getting harder and harder to critique, but Josh, good pick. Again, just get those colors down, and I've never done a mosaic, so I congratulate you on doing something of this size. But it's my first mosaic. Hopefully, I'll have in a couple of weeks. So it'll only be a 4-panel, but won't be anything as grandiose as this. But all right, rock and roll. Moving right along. So we have an M81 and the Cygnus Wall.
Go ahead, Jesse.
Cygnus Wall.
Cygnus Wall.
Hmm.
There you go. Cygnus Wall.
That's phenomenal.
Another good image. Look at the detail on that.
Y'all, that's beautiful. That is that's beautiful. I mean, the first thing that jumps out of me is I spent a lot of time imaging Cygnus, anything in Cygnus, because it's one of the few things that I have available to at home in the summertime. And the stars are just amazing in here, because that is like anything I ever seem to image in Cygnus seems to just get overwhelmed with stars. Now, I did not image anything in Cygnus this summer since I have found the Star Exterminator and actually been using that. So I'm gonna have to kind of hit that again. But that is my first thing. Is these stars are phenomenal. The details, the clouds. This is stop sending us good photos. I can't critique this. This is amazing. So please submit this for if you haven't yet.
I want you to zoom in on the right side of the Cygnus Wall.
I know where you're going.
Okay, now go down just a bit. Go down just a bit. Okay, go to the left a little bit. Look at those Bach globules all in through here. Look at that. Look at those. Look at all those. Isn't that something?
He just loves the Bach globules. He just loves those.
What is that? Say that again.
BOK. BOK globule.
Globule.
Look at those. Those are absolutely phenomenal. I mean, that is just incredible. The detail. Look at that. This is a good image. This is a great image.
This is a beautiful image. Yes.
I'm trying to play around with the cameras while we're doing this.
And you know what's so nice about this one is you've got the yellow, which almost looks like a background of fire in the back of just that rust color in the front.
Yep.
I mean, it really just gives that halo a look. And then having those Bach globules just coming off of that is just absolutely magnificent. Right there, that close-up right there is just a great shot in itself. I mean, you can really
just like that.
Yeah.
The one thing, and I'm going to be the Simon Cowell of the group again.
Somebody's needs to be, because we're supposed to be critiquing here, Dan, and I'm having a hard time doing that with any of these images. So.
I think you're leaving a little bit on the table, Hogarth. I think you're leaving a little bit there. I think there's more data over here in the bottom right that'll come out. And I think up here is a little too dark, so you're losing a little bit up here, I think. And now I could be wrong. I've done this image before. And I think this kind of extends a little bit more, that I think you might be leaving a little bit of data on the table a little bit. But I gotta tell you, I mean, the stars look great. The detail in the wall is just bar none. I thought Pete was going up here in this area. This is what I always look at, right in here, and up here, But these are great. These little specks, these little specks of Bach globules.
Bach. I've written that down because, like, when we're over tonight, I'm like, I have never heard that term before.
What has a ton of it? The rosette has tons of Bach globules.
Oh, okay.
Tons.
Yeah, because I have no idea what that actually is, bot globule. So I am going to be, but I know what it is you're speaking of. When you say rosette, because that was one that I spent a good portion of the winter on, and I guess it was those little globule. I can't say it. Globules that I was trying to bring out, but I didn't know what they were. They're just like those little spots, those little speck things.
But he said Hogarth said there's only 2 hours and 20 minutes.
So what's the scope, Dan, and what's the mount? What's the specs on everything?
I don't think he shared any on this. Oh, yes, he did. He did. I'm sorry, I lied. It's an Altair 130 triplet, focal length 910, a 1x flattener with a 2600 MC on an EQ6 GT from Bordle 4 in North Yorkshire, UK.
Nice. I tell you, these images would be perfect for next year's calendar.
Hey, man.
I mean, just great images.
I'm telling you.
Really, I mean, kudos to our membership because they've got phenomenal post-processing data capture technique. Absolutely. I mean, kudos to everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, just amazing.
Stop sending good pics. This is getting too hard.
Okay, you know what? We got to request everybody send their first dozen that they took.
I'm going to start putting my crappy pictures up so we can critique something because mine suck. But all right, we got one last one here, and then we got to do picture of the week, Masters of Pixinsight giveaway.
Like we've just done this.
What?
That I feel like we've just done the picture of the week. Like we just have to vote on them.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right, we got M81 coming up. Here we go. And there's no data on this. I don't even know who did it. So. There we go, M81.
And there's that H alpha.
Yep.
It looks like that. Yeah.
See,
and it's
to
just
your point,
enough.
Jess, I think that's too much.
I'm like, my first thought was like, that's just enough. But then as I started really looking at it, I'm like, but am I trying to find fault here?
Well, here's the thing with M81. I don't think it's too much. I think the galaxy is bleached out, which makes it look redder than it should be.
That's a good point. Yeah. Because I feel like that's just the right amount of H alpha. Not too much, not overwhelming, not enough to draw your eyes away from the other detail in there. Maybe it just needs to.
Maybe he decided to bleach the core to highlight the H alpha, but the core could definitely be used to be a little bit more yellow, a little bit more color in the core area because it is definitely bleached. But he could have maybe just decided just to kind of maybe do like highlight just the HA, the H2 regions.
Maybe. Now
it looked like, take a look at the rust on that one armature on the left side there, adjacent to the core. It almost kind of looks like the black eye galaxy. You've got that.
Was that 94?
Yep. But I think if you could just maybe do a mask and just maybe kind of bring out the core a little bit more yellowish on the core would really make this thing pop, and just a little bit in the armature, a little bit more contrast in the arms.
And I could be wrong because it is a JPG. So is there a flat issue here?
It looks like it.
I see like maybe dust donuts here, 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 and here, and here. And I don't know if that's just, it looks like that there might be a flat issue here, even though the background looks like pretty uniform, but I think we got some issues maybe here and here and here. There's another one here.
Yeah, now that you point them out, I just,
you know.
And the stars have lost a little bit of the color. There's just a little bit of red or orange, but the majority of the
Yep.
stars have lost true color. So you can tell that he's kind of bleached it just a little bit to highlight, I think, the HA region.
Yeah, I think what needs to happen is you gotta think about H alpha adding as the last brush stroke on the painting. You know, that's really what it is. And you really got to get the color balance. And this is the pot calling the kettle black here because I have the problems with the same thing. But you got to get that goldish kind of color in M81. It's like a little bit yellow gold kind of. And then dropping those little drops of H alpha in there, maybe you only do 20% H alpha, maybe you only do 30% H alpha. You don't have to go 100% and just and and then it's like but you got to kind of, and again, maybe that's what the artist was going for. I don't know. I don't have any details on what.
Just out of curiosity, was that a monochrome camera or a one-shot color camera? Maybe
there's no information on it at all.
Yeah, because I'm thinking is maybe if it was a one-shot color camera, maybe he bleached the Galaxy to be able to pull out the HA to show you what the advantages are with a dual band channel filter for a one-shot color camera.
Oh, Dave, is that you, Dave? That's your picture, Dave? The M81, Dave Schaefer?
Yep. So Dave did it.
So Dave did it with his 294 mm.
Okay, so
he said that's IFN around there. I don't know. You got some random dark spots that look like dust motes to me. I don't know. And I know you know how to take flats, Dave. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but it just looks. It could be the JPEG squashing the picture. It really could be, but IFN is really. I bet they look good on your side. It'd be kind of cool to see, instead of sending for critique from now on, can we send the XISF from Pixinsight, please? Because it's really hard to critique a compressed piece of garbage. It's kind of like putting lipstick on a pig. It's just not. It doesn't do anything for the picture. It's great when you're putting it on the web and looking at it, but when you're kind of trying to give somebody a critique on their image, it's kind of even a 16-bit TIFF too, Mark. Anything is better than a JPEG. It's really bad, and I know people are used to dropping JPEGs in for picture of the week, and for picture of the week, it's fine because it's going on the web. You know what I mean? And if we all put XISF or high resolution pictures, my website would just explode. It would take forever for the page to load up. So if we could send something a little bit better resolution, or even project files. I love project files. Send me project files, because then we can bring it into Pixinsight and we could say, hey, let's take a look at what we really did here. We could talk about the processes. It is IFN, not dust motes. Okay, fair enough.
IFN. I've been trying to run that through my brain catalog, and it's not coming up. IFN.
It's a flux nebula.
Okay.
Yeah, web is JPG friendly because you know what, you can't pixel peep on a JPEG. You can't, So but it's a lot easier when you sit there and you're able to kind of look at the processes. And the cool thing about sending a project file is you're gonna save the icon. So I mean, I have my own icon set. I'm not out to steal icon sets, but you know what? It's definitely it's whoa, something just happened to Mike. It's definitely a lot easier to critique and say, hey, you know, all right, well, we would know that was IFN if we saw the data as it just came out of the stack. You know what I mean? We would know that, you know, because we would be able to see there's no dust motes, you know. So I'd love some re-critique on my mosaic join lines. I gotta be honest with you. I didn't fought. Oh my goodness. Come on. I'll throw that up there just because it's funny. I mean, I could definitely take a, let's see. And where is it? Oh, you were in Pixinsight. So there we go. So he wants us to take a look at the join lines on the on this mosaic, and I'll bring it back up for you guys. And
so there's a line, right? Somewhere where you're saying there's a line that the mosaic was joined.
Let me see. I'm gonna get a really big stretch on it and see if. Oh, there it is. I can see it.
Oh yeah, there it is now, right down there. Yeah, there it is.
So, again, this is on a super stretch, and I am not good with mosaics. I've never done one, but you can definitely see it coming right down the middle. I don't see it going from side to side if this is a 4-panel. I think this is a 4-panel. It would just be kind of weird to have a one hand. It's probably. Oh wait, I think I see it right here. Yep, I see it right there. So it looks like you need to either. I mean, to me, maybe like a feathering of the panel lines. Not 100% sure on. I really don't know how this works. I got to be dead honest with you. If Pete, if you know anything about joining mosaics, I got to be honest with you. I'm at a loss right now because I'm usually not. But
I've never done a mosaic, so I'd be the last person to be able to kind of give any advice on.
So you stumped us, Josh.
It's you know, as I said, it takes you know, once you master one thing, then you go into something else and you master that. And mosaics definitely are a whole different venue. It's kind of like doing planetary work. It's a whole different venue. You just have to take the time and just learn by your mistakes and grow by your successes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've never done it. Yeah, see, a lot of people are saying that they don't do mosaics, but everyone's saying, well, ask Adam Block. So you know, Adam Block would be one, and Masters of Pixinsight would be another. They do a mosaic class on mosaics, and it's available for $35 on their website. So mosaics and other techniques, it's called. So.
Okay, quick question. We've got 34 viewers, but we only got 22 likes.
Oh, so, man, you guys and girls.
Come on. Keep forgetting to hit that button. So smash that like button. Come on, don't be bashful. Don't be bashful. Let's go. Come on.
That includes you guys that are watching because you count on. Make sure you hit the thumbs up too, YouTube.
There we go. Now we're up to 24.
There you go. 25. All right, 26. There you go. So 25 and 26 was Pete and Jesse. So just
I actually did about an hour ago.
Oh, okay.
I actually did about an hour ago.
Oh, did the Fox first show? Looks like we have another critique, Dan.
Did the Fox first show? Somebody must have uploaded something else? Let me see. Critique. Oh wow, yeah, yes, it did show up. Oh, we got more. We have more.
Oh, wait, but still, there's more.
But still, there's more. So we got. So, Kevin, which one do I get? One of them says just Foxy, and the other one says Fox for HARGB. So tell me which one to put up. I don't know if they're both the same thing, but and then I got AZ Forerunner, another M51. So I'll download them both. Give it a second.
Oh, okay. So one is starless.
Oh. I'll download them both. Oh, just Foxy. I thought you were making a joke. I gotcha.
Hey, this is to Mark. Hey, Mark, you should throw your jellyfish in there. IC443.
Let's see. All right. So we got get rid of that. Get rid of that. That. Back all. No. All right. So we got here's M51. Oh, thank you, Jay. Thank you. Hold on a second. Let me get it up there for you, and you'll see why I'm saying thank you. I think Jay threw this up there because I was asking for crappy pictures. No, just kidding, Jay. I'm sorry. Well, Jay, you win whatever's behind curtain number 1. You got a flat problem, my friend, and you know this already. So yeah, you got a lot of vignetting on there. That's the first thing, and it looks like what is this? This is M51. It looks like it's a single shot. If I'm incorrect, let me know. But it looks like it's a single shot. What do you guys think?
Oh, I thought this was a lot like the photo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I thought this was an image from the 1940s. You know, the old black and white images from the 1940s.
Yep.
It's reminding me of some of the shots I took at Cherry Springs this summer when I let a little bit of condensation get in on my camera. I did the heater on my 294. I did not have, I broke the wires on it and I forgot about it. And then I went to Cherry Springs and I was, I had my dew heaters on on the telescope, but I didn't have it on my camera. So a lot of my data got that ring in it. And that's what it's kind of jumping out to me. Like going, yeah, it looks like there's some dampness somewhere in the imaging train.
Yeah, so yeah, so this either is flat dew, could be a number of things. He said is a stack of 2.5 hours. Yeah, it looks. Is that a stack of one channel also, or is that just a stack of mono data, or what is that a stack of?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting if it's 8-inch reflector. Yeah, I just got it on the social. It's a little bit behind. What is that? Wow.
Ooh, check it out.
OSC camera. That's an OSC camera. There's no color. Where's the color?
Yeah, you probably didn't debayer it.
Yeah. Wow. So without really seeing the back end of the data, I can't tell you exactly what's wrong. Besides that, either condensation bead of water, or definitely flats, flat problem, one or the other. He said it was taken back 10 years ago.
And I'm looking at, and I don't know if it's just, I'm looking at it. It looks like in the corners, I'm wondering if there's just a little bit of a coma issue or so, or back focus. And I'm seeing some egg. It is coma. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, not really using a reflector. I mean, I'm not, so I wouldn't know the difference between coma and a back focus issue.
Well, the back focus is for refractors, and comas for.
Yeah, I mean, I know what it is, like what causes it, but like looking at an image, I wouldn't be able to say, okay, that's both, coma or that.
Visually, they both do pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
It's it's just for different. One's a parabolic mirror.
What you're I guess just knowing what, because he's using a reflector. Okay.
Yeah, because you're looking at, you could see these spikes here. So that's a dead giveaway of a reflector. Okay. He did say it in the chat, but you could definitely tell this is a reflector.
Okay.
Definitely some coma. Obviously, to your point, the streaking of the stars going out on almost all. I think it's almost all the corners, at least 3 out of 4. I can't tell up here.
Okay.
But yeah, if this was taken in 2012, and this is one of your first images, I gotta be telling you, I'd probably be happy with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah, absolutely. I like I did a couple side by sides of like my first, like the same target over the years, and I'd love it if some of our viewers would do that. That would be amazing to be able to see like this is the first one, and then this is a year on down the way, and then this is what I'm doing right now. Just to kind of see where that progress is, because it's one thing to see an image, a new, great, amazing image, and it's another thing to see one that might need a little bit of help. Maybe it was your first one or second or third or 100th or whatever. But I love being able to see them side by side. And I know when I'm struggling and I'm going, I'm still not getting the images that I want to see. I love taking like, this is the first one, and this is one I took a year later, and this is one I took a year later, and this is what I'm taking right now. So while I'm not where I need to be, it's you can see that progress all in like right in front of you.
Yep.
So that would be amazing to see, when people do put up their critique photos. I think people don't want to put up their, who wants to put up, their bad photos when they have good ones, to really critique.
I gotta say that the reason that I always thought that we did critique isn't to, blow smoke and, tell everybody how big their ego is and how great their pictures are. The reason why we started critique, and Pete, correct me if I'm wrong, is to help the people that are just starting in the hobby, that are having issues, to, maybe point them in a different direction on either their process or what's going on and what's wrong. Hey, listen, we all have great pictures. We all have great pictures, and we all do. And we if we didn't, we wouldn't do something like this. I'm not going to put, Jay, I'm sorry, that picture of M51 for 2012 is not going to make it into the calendar because it's not a good pick. It's just not. And compared to stuff like that, I mean, it's just not. And for 2000, listen, I got some really pictures. I could show you some pictures that I thought I took a picture of Jupiter once, and it turned out to be my secondary. And so it was just so bad, so it's like the reason why we do the critique is to help people jump those hurdles, and that's
Yeah, which makes sense. Somebody new and somebody new to this, is going to look at it and go, okay, you know what, the image I was processing kind of looked like that. Maybe I need to do this. But at the same time, for somebody who, that you said that photo was taken in 2012, probably one of the first ones. So for him taking that at that time, it was probably an amazing photo. Like I know when I first started, I would have been like, wow, like I would have woken the whole house up. I'm like, look
That's
at
another
this.
galaxy. Yeah.
Everybody, look.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I remember when I took my first picture of M42. It was I remember it was in the backyard of a funeral home. Okay. With lights all in the parking lot shining down on me. And I used to live behind a funeral home. Little freaky, I know, but I did. And I went out in my backyard, and as I go in my backyard, the lights go on. But I took a picture of M42, and all I got was, the V that you get, the little V, and you get like the out of focus 3 stars that you should be 6, but it's it's called the trapezium. It's supposed to be really cool. You get 2 if you're out of focus, and then you get 3 if you're in focus, and you get 4. And then you get 6 if you like. I think Chris did it. It might have been Chris who took ENF. It was pretty cool. But it was the best picture that I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. Look at it. I can see color, and but it was definitely a thrill at the very least. And but now, obviously we've grown with the hobby. All of us have seen Jay's pictures. His recent pictures are just sick. They're outstanding. So, great job growing with everybody. Great job growing with the hobby and sticking through it, because it is I'm saying hobby, but it's the lifestyle is so different than anything. Who the hell wants to stay up at night and take pictures and whatever? I mean, I don't anymore. I take put my eagle on and sleep while I'm taking pictures. But
Well, think about it too, Dan. Is if it was easy, everybody'd be doing it, right?
yeah,
It's hard,
it's
and
hard.
only we,
It's hard.
as a member group, can appreciate the time and effort that we do. As you say, you got to stay up all night if it's a portable setup, and then you definitely just obsess over the post processing to the point where literally you can spend hours upon hours upon hours, and it's like, you know what? There's got to be an easier way to be able to say, look, unless you are trying to get an APOD, what's the sense of obsessing? Just make it quick and just say, hey, you know what? I've got something here that, guess what, I'm proud of, and just enjoy it, because you're right. It's supposed to be a hobby to enjoy. People get frustrated real quick. I mean, it's really a hard hobby. There's no question about it. And if you like challenges, this is the hobby to get into, because you're going to have all kinds of challenges. So it's something that only you can appreciate, because nobody else will definitely appreciate it, especially within your immediate family or your association of friends.
Absolutely. They're making fun. Somebody said I take pictures in Kevin Bacon's backyard, which is Bortle 4. and then of course I had to put this up.
Oh my.
and there's a lot of good pictures, and it's almost 10 o'clock, so I'm going to save the rest for the next one.
It surely is.
But thank you everybody for submitting their photos to either saying it's an awesome photo or saying it's not. And it's been great. It's a lot of fun. I love doing this stuff. It's a lot of fun. Did you miss critique? Kevin, you know what? I think we did yours, and you could rewind and play it on the replay. I'll put it up for you. But so many.
Which one was that one?
Kevin Rasso. I forget which one that was. So that was. Let me see.
I mean, I'm sure it's pretty good, because everything we saw tonight was just phenomenal. So.
Oh, the fox fur. We didn't do the fox fur.
We
haven't done.
You know what? We can do the fox fur right now. We'll do it for you since you came back. We're going to do it for you right now, Kevin. So don't go away and don't glitch out. So here we go. We're going to do the fox fur right now. And it's a JPEG, so JPEGs suck. So give me a second, and we'll get this up for you. And here is the fox fur. All right. What do you guys think? Now, the fox fur is a little different. This is more of a wide kind of field, you know, because you got the cone, the Christmas tree, and the fox fur there as well. I think it's very red.
Yeah.
I think it's very red. And you know, what I'm gonna say may be wrong, and I'll stick by it. I'm gonna say that this was done with either an L Extreme or an L Enhance. And I'm gonna take a guess. And I don't know if I'm gonna be right.
What makes you say that? I'm curious.
Well, I'll tell you if they say what it is first.
Okay.
So I'll wait for Kevin to say, because I know he's in the chat. And it's a chroma. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, you shocked the hell out of me, because usually the L Enhance and the L Extreme, to me, the final pictures come out red just like this.
Okay.
Because even though that you could get good results from the either tri-band or dual band that Optolong comes out with, to me, a lot of people screw it up and usually come out with something like this. And that's why I said it was. So that being said, yeah, so knowing that it's not that, I will tell you that, yeah, it's definitely oversat at this point. Because all this HA clouds are great. You know what I gotta say is really good is the detail you got in the middle over here.
Okay, now I can see that. Now that you've zoomed in a bit. Okay.
Really nice job on the cone. Right? And then the overall Christmas tree and the fox fur. We need to do image of the week. Yes, I know we need to do image of the week. Listen, it's really good. I think you could tone down on the red a little bit. I just think it's too pink for me. You know, and it might be just too much HA, and you might have to do a percentage of the HA instead of just doing a straight out HA RGB. Yeah, if you cropped from like here to here, I think it'd make a better picture. All this is, even though I like this over here, this little cluster you got over here, it's only half of it, and it's a little distracting.
The center star, which is illuminating the fox fur, is S. monoceros.
This guy,
that whole area should be more blue instead of purple.
Yeah, and maybe that would definitely change the tone of the rest of the picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did this. I started, and I did some imaging on this starting on Christmas night. But I haven't imaged this in several years, and it looks, it looks better than the one that I had done. Which and I got frustrated with it. I just felt like it was very red. My star reduction was absolutely god awful. Thankfully that's gotten a little bit better, and I think, like, I'm looking at that and I'm remembering, trying to process this and just trying to reduce those stars. It just felt like the stars are just so overwhelming in this, or that they can be, like, just like Cygnus, it was just trying to reduce those stars. I feel like maybe a little bit of star reduction might be, I mean, yeah, cropping, yes, but just a little bit of star reduction would be less distracting, maybe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit, not too much, because I mean, obviously, we want to see stars. We're looking.
Well, it's a dense star field. I mean, it's a really dense star field, and you do have a lot. I would say probably about 15 to 20 bright stars in that area. And I think I think you're right on that. I mean, again, but I really think that the crop would definitely do you some justice.
Yeah.
I just think it's too much, even though I think you got some nice dark stuff going down here, and then you got a nice little arc of HA going right here. But
you know what it is, Dan? It's the density of the stars that take away from the center image.
Yep.
It's the periphery. The density is just, there's too much, because you're right. That is the winter Milky Way. And it almost is like when you look at the Cygnus Veil, right? The Veil Nebula, all that density of stars. You have to use star reduction just to kind of tone those stars down.
He's got a starless version of it.
I'd like to see that. Yeah.
Really quick, we'll bring that up.
And I think the cropping too. I think so often we want to just get. I know when I'll look at it, I hate. Ooh.
I like that a lot.
I like that one. Now you can see the details. You pull those stars out of there, and that's like, I mean, it's not obviously not a whole another image, but that is a whole nother image. I mean, the details just like jump out.
Dude, you know what you do now? Now you take the stars and you put them back in at 10%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
Do pixel mass. Do pixel mass. Do pixel math and put back in the stars. Do what is it? Percentage T plus whatever it is stars times by 0.1. And add that back in. That will just like lower the stars a little bit and make this pop, I think. I would try it and see what happens. Normally, I would just do some star reduction and do it that way, because it's still, but it'll work. That's what I would try. But this, I love this. This is like,
love that.
The dark and the red is just, I love it without the stars. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. Yes. And it doesn't seem, it does, the red isn't as overwhelming.
Nope. Because you can see it all.
It's not competing against all the star field. So yeah, I like that. I that's beautiful.
That's awesome. I like that so much better. Let's see, 2 hours red, 1 hour green and blue. Chris, I hear you. I don't like starless most of the time either, but it works here. It works here.
It does. Yeah, it does. I mean, the details. Listen, that's there's so many stars in that original image. It gets lost. I mean, like I said, obviously we know we're taking pictures of stars because we're taking pictures of space, and that's what's out there. But in these dense star fields, like that, those details get lost. Like my eyes did not see any of this in the original image at all.
I just saw this arc here going across like this, and then I saw the black and some red in here. It wasn't as intense.
Yeah. And my first thought, Dan, is when you were saying how cropping it, and I think a lot of times we see this detail and we're like, oh, I don't want, I know I'll like, I don't want to crop it out. I've got this beautiful nebulosity, I've got all this nebulosity here. I want to preserve everything I have. I don't want to crop it out. And in the first photo, I think I would have agreed with you. You know what? Crop that out. Focus, on the main subject here. But this, everything just became the main subject.
Yep.
So
I agree.
Yep. It changes it tremendously.
Well,
and yeah, definitely, just a little bit of star reduction and just add it back in a little bit. If that 10%, isn't enough, just add a little bit in at a time. Until you get in just a little bit, just get those stars in there. But that's beautiful. Yeah,
it really is. That really is. I like the just foxy. I like that. So, all right, I'm glad we did that one. That was a good way to end it off. So let me get to the image of the week, because everyone's up my what. Wondering, because there was so many good images, and I put them up late too. So let me get on here real quick.
This cat is killing me tonight. I just want to let y'all know.
What happened? Oh, I know.
This cat is killing me tonight.
Look at that. He's into the tree now.
I've been using it's not a red laser. It is my red flashlight. But if I zoom it all the way in, it gets this little red square on it, which
that's awesome.
And so if y'all been wondering what I'm doing back here, just it has been distracting me to keep him out of the tree. And he doesn't come back here and do any of this unless somebody is here. He is like a little child. He's our baby. We got 3 cats and he's our baby. But he's like a kid. He sees you talking to somebody else. He's like, oh, you need to pay attention to me.
Nice. All right. So here we go. So for those of you that know the drill, here we go. So this is the AstroWorld website, astroworldweb.com. And we do image contests every week. And you could just go to image contests. And then you could drop them right there. Drop your files right in my Google Drive, and I put them up. This is last week's winners. We had a tie. We had David Schaefer and Mark Ellis, who are both now eligible for Picture of the Month. So congratulations to them. And here are the pictures of the week. We have a really sick 4-to-1 picture of
where is that taken? That is beautiful.
Texas. Pretty
That's
cool,
the hill
right?
country of Texas.
Terlingua. Okay.
Terlingua, Texas, wherever that may be. Don't know where it is. But
south is where they do
everything is south from Long Island. I mean, come on.
I know Terlingua. Actually, they do the chili cook-off down there. Cassie's chili cook-off.
I will take your
Chili
word for it.
Appreciation Society International.
There's a Chili Appreciation Society.
Yes, they have it's like a major chili cook-off, and if you win, you get like a golden pepper. Don't ask me how I know. I've not been there. I mean, I've been to Terlingua, but I've never been to the cook-off. Okay. One of these. They do
pepper?
It's like the award. I think if you win is like a trophy with a golden pepper or something like that on it.
Oh my. Okay, moving right along.
It's beautiful.
I'm sure.
It's beautiful.
Moving next to the next picture. This is what we were talking about. This is the Rosette Starless by Andrus. And this is what we see, all these little black spots.
Those are the Bach globules.
Those are the Bach globules that we were talking about. Yep, that's it. And then we are going to make this bigger. There we go. AZ4 runner with the seagull.
Yep.
Nice.
Really nice. Nice and smooth.
Yep.
Then we got, what is this? This is the center of the rosette.
Yep. Now, what's that taken with? What's the hardware?
I don't know, but he's got this weird kind of.
I like the spikes.
X.
I like that.
No,
that's
the
unique.
other X on this way, the dark X.
Yeah, but it looks cool. I mean, it's probably not supposed to be there, maybe. But
Me and him
looks
spoke
cool.
about it. I forgot what it was. I really do.
Looks
but
neat.
I like this without the stars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I like about it? It's the minimum amount of stars.
Yep.
He's definitely just, that's what's so nice is that it's the bearing. Yeah. Yep.
And Flaming Star, Greg Meyer.
Wow, we got some great images here.
Yeah, people were saying that was hard to pick one because there were so many good ones. Ryan Nebula by Josh Kovac.
Nice.
Soul Nebula by Tom Peter.
Is that taken, Tom? Was that, yeah, that's taken with the 127. Yep.
Yep.
Great scope.
And NGC 1499 by my buddy Jim.
Yeah. Wow, there are some great images here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. We had 34 votes. And let's see, we got 34 votes. Let's see.
Our winner.
I don't even know what the result is. I didn't even look at it. So
that's going to be a tough one. There's some really nice images there.
I bet you there's going to be a tie again. Watch. Here we go. Nope. Bloodstone. Dylan with the Rosette Nebula, 13 votes, followed by the Flaming Star at 10 votes. So congratulations to Dylan with the Bloodstone. If you want to go back to it and take a look at it, that was a starless one.
Yes.
Oh no, was it? It was
that one right there.
One.
That one right there. Look at it.
I like it.
Unbelievable.
Very nice. And I love the colors too.
Great.
And I don't know if those spikes are supposed to be that way, but I think they look neat.
Where is it? There we go.
They look neat. That's my official.
They look neat.
They look neat. They're swell.
I like this little Bach right here, right in the corner.
Bach.
Bach. Don't
No,
start
I
singing.
love the colors. And Dan, there's some green in there.
There is some green in there.
There's some green in there.
Definitely some green in there. You probably did it just for me.
I like the little bit of green in there too. I'm with you on that one.
It's not easy being green. All right, so that is the picture of the week. So that is Bloodstone. So we do have to do Masters of Pixinsight spin the wheel for the Masters of Pixinsight. And their next class is coming up, I believe on, let me see, let me go. I believe it's next month. I believe it's early February. They just did dialing up the detail. Yeah, so if you take a look here at the Masters of Pixinsight website, and let me see, let me put like that and go like that, and we'll get Jesse out of there. We'll put me on there. There you go. And Masters of Pixinsight class. So this is where you can get in there. They're going to be doing a weighted batch pre-processing deep dive. And I'm going to this one, I swear, because I need to know more about weighted batch pre-processing. There's a lot more than what I know besides just dumping your flats, lights, bias, and darks in there and hitting execute. There's a lot more to it. So February 7th, 2023 at 7 p.m. Eastern. And if you don't win, you can buy it for $35. So there you go. So let's take a look and see who's going to win the Masters of Pixinsight class. Here we go. You ready to go?
Drum roll, please.
I hear Pete drumming, so that means let's go. 141 people in this one. Oh, Bob, you just missed it. Mike Gibbs. Mike Gibbs won that one. Mikey Y Astro, welcome. And you get the free class.
Congratulations.
Yeah, rock and roll. There we go. All right, Mike, you'll get that lovely email. I think you won once before. You know the deal. And you know, it's amazing how we've had duplicate winners on this wheel. I think it's kind of crazy. With having 141 people on here, I think we've got duplicate winners on here. All right, cool. What a great show. It went fast. You okay? Yes.
Do you see this tree in the background, Dan?
It's falling over.
My tree is just like
it started at like it was like almost at midnight, and now it's at like 11:30. You know.
Hey. Well, look at it, it's rock and rolling back there. You got some earthquakes going on, or is that cat?
It's the cat. It's the cat doing it.
It is the cat. He's getting.
That is funny.
Oh, Lord Almighty. Oh.
That is funny stuff. Let me tell you.
Yeah. There he goes. Oh, Lord.
Oh, man. Yeah, congratulations to Bloodstone and Mike.
Yes, congratulations, both of you.
Wasn't Epiphany last week? Epiphany?
Yeah, the tree's supposed to come down. I didn't get my tree up until late. And I mean, honestly, I'm one of those that like to keep it up late anyway, because the house looks so boring after it comes down. But we got it up late this year, so I'm wanting to keep it up.
I'm sorry, is Epiphany like a thing? Is that like
it is I
is that a Catholic thing?
kind of know what it is. I think it's like the 6th of January, if I'm
Oh
not.
yeah, it's when you're supposed to take all the stuff down, or like
And it's
God's
when
gonna come and
everything's supposed
smite
to
you.
come down. So there for a while, that was always my like, oh well, we'll wait till 50. But
I'm
then
looking
like
at my tree right now, just so you know. My tree's still up.
Oh well, good. Phew. Okay. And now I don't feel too bad because honestly, like I do, I like keeping it up. I mean, it stays up for such a short period of time, and it is what it is. And let's say Goofball here hasn't given us any problems with it. Like initially he did, and this is the first time in 3 weeks that he's been up in it. So he's showing off for y'all.
Just so you know, I'm not lying to you, and there we go. There's the tree.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dan.
I'm just trying to make
I
you feel a little, just trying to make you feel a little bit better. So
yeah, I do. I mean, it's one thing having the tree up. It's another thing having the tree up and being like streaming on YouTube, and the whole world out there is like, yeah, Winky's still got her tree up. I'm like, yep.
Yeah, well, now you can show them the replay of the AstroWorld video, and then you can say, I'm not the only one.
Yes.
No, Scott, Pete is not on Discord, but he should be, but he's not. but if you have any questions for Pete, you can email Pete. And Pete, what email do you want out there?
Just peter@telescopes.net.
There you go. And I believe he's putting it in the chat. So,
yep, there we go.
Cool. All right, everybody. Well, it's been 2 hours and 17 minutes, and we didn't have an off the rails. That's pretty interesting. I think that's a record. But
hey, Jesse, don't be a stranger now for so long, okay?
Yeah, really, man.
I will
Absolutely.
not. I will not. I honestly, I felt so bad. And last Friday, you know what? I'm not even gonna get in last Friday, but anyway. But the week before, like I had messaged Dan, and like I had seen, I was like, you know what? He hasn't been on. I guess what it was. New Year's, whatever it was, or New Year. And I had seen like he hasn't been on Messenger in like almost 22 hours. I was like, you know what? Maybe he's on break. I've missed an awful lot. Maybe they're on break, and because he's usually on, and even if you don't message right away, haven't seen this like last active 23 hours ago. I'm like, you know what? They're probably just not having a show. It's a holiday, so on and so on. But no. But no, I absolutely will not be as much of a stranger, and I've missed everybody so much. So my last words are, everybody, happy all the million holidays that I've missed. I have absolutely missed being on. It's been a great show. I'm glad to be back. So no, Pete, I will not be such a stranger.
Yeah, really, seriously, we need you here. We need you here. You add stability to the group. I'm telling you.
So, oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever been told that in my life. So thank you.
Well, there's a first for everything. So there you go. But and just so you know, we just sold the last of the first batch of the calendars. So we sold all 20.
Nice. Very nice.
So if you want more calendars, let me know. I mean, I'm going to order more, but as we get into the year, I mean, I'm going to take it down probably like end of first quarter. Who buys calendars after March? I don't think anybody does. But, if you want to buy a calendar, go to the website. It's right on the front page. You click on it. And for those of you that are ordering and choosing the $4 shipping, please be prepared to get a PayPal invoice for the difference if the cat doesn't get to you first. So sometimes things to New Zealand or something doesn't cost $4 to ship there. So please don't be understanding about that. Hey, don't worry. All right, I will order more, Chris. I will order more. Not a problem, because I want my 2 calendars. Don't worry. They shipped to me. You should be in your house by February 1st or that. And just so everybody knows, February 1st, it's this guy's birthday. So 52 years old. Time to start building something or going home, man. Just, be a telling you, if I don't start building something now, That's why I started AstroWorld, man. I started getting old. I was getting a midlife crisis. So I, 49, time to build.
Oh, so this is your excuse for a Corvette then, right? It's just to do
No,
this show.
that was the astrophysics scope.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Sooner or later it will be the Pod S and probably a 10 micron mount or a plane wave S, like a 350L or something like that, and throw that in there, because then I'll be calling Pete to come down and set it up, because I'll be damned. I'll pay for Pete to come down and set it up for me, because I don't even care how much it costs. If I have that money to buy a plane wave mount.
Hey, Dan, I'll come down and hang out with you anytime. Don't worry about it.
Oh man, all right. Somebody just bought 2 more calendars, so I'm gonna have to get more. Bob D'Amato just bought 2 calendars, so we sold 22. So we sold more than I have. So Bob, give me a little bit on those. So there's a great score.
Look what Mark just posted. Look what Mark just posted.
Oh my God.
Oh, Mark.
It must be good to be the king, Mark.
Oh, look out, man. The images will be coming in from Mark now.
Oh God. Just remember, Mark, you could only have one picture of the month, Mark. So choose wisely. So,
you beast.
You're a beast.
That's right.
Oh God.
Goodness. That is funny.
Oh my goodness. All right, everybody. It's 10:20. We run a little late tonight. That's okay. And let me get to the back. Where's the screen?
Hey, Dan, just before we sign out, I just want to tell the membership, once again, Dan had mentioned something at the beginning of the show. If you decide that you've got a topic that you'd like to talk about, and as Dan said, it'll be the last Friday. Is it the last Friday of each month, right, Dan?
Yep.
Please give it some thought. Reach out to Dan at the beginning of the month and tell Dan what topic you want to do. But I'd love to be able to have active participation with the memberships. I mean, the chats are great, but it'd be so good to have you guys come on and literally talk about a topic that would be dear to you that you'd like to do. So please keep that open, give it some thought, and let's get the viewer membership actively involved. That's going to be a great situation.
Absolutely. And and for those of you that know, I throw it out on Discord all the time. I say, hey, who wants to be the first victim for the the member show? Who wants to be the first victim? And Josh was like, me. And then so thank you, Josh, for volunteering your services. And Josh is a really, really, really good imager and programmer, and he does a lot of cool stuff. So it's gonna be fun to have him on. But don't forget, on the 25th, we have Craig Stocks coming on, and he's going to be going through APP, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
And just to fill in, just let everybody know, Christian Eye Telescopes has moved all their equipment from New Mexico skies to Greg Stock's Desert Utah remote. They're doing it right now. All the scopes are moved into Greg Stock's. So that is incredible. They spent this past week moving all the scope from New Mexico into Utah.
What? Why?
Well,
I don't want to know why. Forget it. We can't put that online. We forget it. That's a loaded question. I'm not even going to get into that.
Yeah.
But it's that's shocking. That's amazing. But they're both awesome facilities. New Mexico skies and Utah desert, and there's a couple other ones that are starting to come out, and they're all awesome. But you know what? It's cool that Craig and Christian got together and did that, because they are both very well known in the industry and very well respected. So to have them together, it's like a nice 1-2 punch. So
yeah.
All right. So I guess final thoughts. Pete, I don't know if you just did yours, but
No, as I said, always a great show. And as I said, Dan, we've talked about some things that we want to definitely add to the show for 2023. And I like what we had offline in discussions. But this idea about having viewer participation, I think that this is going to be really something, because I got a feeling, I think once the members kind of see the first one or the first two, we're going to kind of get lined up to say, hey, wait a minute, I've got an idea. I'd like to talk. Do you mind if I come on? So that's going to be something special.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? If there's one thing I've always been a proponent of, whether it's at work or life or family or whatever, the most information you're going to get is from the people that are around you. You know what I mean? So you're going to learn the most from your employees. You're going to learn the most from your family, but you got to ask the questions. You can't just sit there and just go with it. So when we're out there and we're asking for people, look, we're doing it because we want to make the community more knowledgeable and see what's out there. Maybe Josh has some sort of way that he does things that is different than the way we all do. And it may open our eyes to something else in a different avenue of getting to the same point. But it's kind of, oh, wow, I never thought about that. And it's really, really eye-opening. So it's definitely a lot of fun. So I'm psyched about that.
And when are we starting this?
The last Friday of every month. So
the last Friday of every month. Okay. Yep. So that's coming up soon.
Yep. 2 weeks.
And then tonight. Also, Jess, because you haven't been on the show, Dan, we were also thinking about us being the hosts. We were going to take a topic as well, right? We were going to do that.
That'll be on the first and third Friday. Will be topic nights.
Okay. Yeah. Excellent.
And me and Pete and Eric and Jess, I'll send you the list as well.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to get 100 topics together, because you figure 100 topics would be 2 per show, 2 per week, 26. So it'd be enough to fill up a year. And then at that point we would go back to the first one again. You know what I mean? And then we
had started. I want to say
we did start it, and me, the king of off the rails, just decided to go another route, and that's what I do, because that's what I do. But but you know what? We spoke about it at the beginning of the year about bringing a little bit more, still being fun and doing what we do, but a little bit more structure on Friday nights, where people that want to see what we do can kind of get an idea of what they're going to get, not just like a potpourri of whatever we decide to do. You know what I mean? That's all fine and dandy. Maybe once a quarter we just do a free form, or twice a quarter we do like, hey, we're just off the rails night, whatever.
That's what we call it, off the rails night, Dan. I like that. Off the rails. OTAR.
Mike, we have a Discord channel. Oh, you want to Oh, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, I could definitely do that. I'm sorry. Yeah, absolutely. The thread. Yeah, I can make a thread for show topics and ideas. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Jess, final thoughts?
Guys, great to be back. I will not be as much of a stranger. Okay. I will definitely make sure I am on more frequently. I've missed you guys. I've missed the show. I've missed our Friday nights. It's great to be back, y'all. Great photos. Can't wait to see some more. And yeah, definitely love to hear what our viewers would like, what topics you guys would like to hear. I mean, we're here for you.
Chris,
great show, everybody.
I got to put this up there because Chris came up with a good topic. I can find it on this. Oh, come on.
You got to throw in your first and second born, Chris.
There you go. There it is. There you go. That's awesome. I had to throw it up there. Well, yeah, everybody. Thank you so much again. It's been a great show. It's been great critiquing everything, and it's been if you still want to donate to RFT Stars, please go to either rftstars.com and do it directly, or feel free to just hit us up on Patreon or YouTube on the donate on our page, and please put in the notes for RFT Stars, and we'll make sure that cash gets to them. I promise. We got really good friends with we got to be really good friends with Carlos Aragon, and he's a really great guy, and he's going to be on the show again probably next year, because his goal is to raise $100,000 to build an observatory to help these children with anxiety issues, ADHD, and all that, and how to use astronomy to help them work through their problems. And it's really awesome. So again, if you're so inclined to go donate some more money, please donate it to a good cause, and go to rftstars.com and take care of it. So everybody, thank you again. Pete, Jesse, thanks for hanging out tonight and chilling with us. Been awesome. Everybody, have a good night. Have a great weekend, because it's now a weekend. So yes, Jesse's like, yes, it's a weekend.
3-day weekend for me.
I don't get 3-day weekends anymore. But everybody, have a good night. We'll see you Wednesday night. And remember, as always, keep imaging, keep educating, and hopefully clear skies next week. Have a good night, everybody. See you Wednesday. Take care.